It's Popples. Viral news and trending stories.
From Riley Curry stealing the spotlight at 2 years old to Zaya Wade becoming a global voice before adulthood, these aren't just famous last names. These are the real stories behind the daughters of NBA legends. Gianna Bryant. We have to start here. Born May 1st, 2006 in Los Angeles, Gianna Maria Honore Bryant was Kobe's second daughter and his mirror. From the moment she picked up a basketball, it was clear. The Mamba mentality didn't skip a generation. They called her Mamba Cheetah, fast, fearless, relentless. At Harbor Day School and the Mamba Sports Academy, Gigi was different. Elite instincts, lockdown defense, a competitive fire that couldn't be taught. She dreamed of UConn, of the WNBA, and everyone who watched her play believed it. Then came January 26, 2020. At just 13 years old, Gianna and her father were gone, lost in a helicopter crash on the way to a youth tournament. The world stopped. Outside Staples Center, the grief was global. A legend's lost, and a future we'll never get to see. Natalia Bryant. While the world mourned, she had to keep going. Born January 19, 2003, Natalia was the eldest, suddenly carrying the weight of legacy. She turned pain into purpose. In 2025, she graduated from USC's School of Cinematic Arts, fulfilling a love for film she shared with her father. She made her debut as a creative director on a Lakers short film using Kobe's archival footage, a full circle moment. But that's not her only lane. Signed with IMG Models, walking Milan Fashion Week, working with Bulgari and Versace, even interning with Beyoncé's Parkwood Entertainment. Through it all, Natalia stays grounded, honoring the Mamba legacy while building her own. Jasmine Jordan. What does it mean to be Michael Jordan's daughter? Born December 7, 1992, Jasmine grew up in the shadow of greatness, but never tried to outrun it. Instead, she embraced it. After Syracuse, she joined Nike's Jordan brand, rising from scouting WNBA talent to managing elite athlete partnerships. Now 33, Jasmine has openly shared her identity, built a family, and helped make Michael Jordan a grandfather. Beyond basketball, she co-owns a sneaker boutique and owns over 500 pairs of kicks. Legacy, rewritten on her own terms. Corey Bird. Not every story is a fairy tale. Born in 1977, Corey is Larry Bird's only biological child. For years, their relationship was distant, painfully so. Raised mostly without her father, Corey chose a different definition of success. She earned a degree, built a career in healthcare administration, raised a family, and found peace without the spotlight. Over time, father and daughter quietly reconciled. No headlines, just healing. Hers is a story of resilience and self-definition. Elisa Johnson. Adopted by Magic and Cookie Johnson at just 3 days old, Elisa grew up surrounded by opportunity and expectation. She studied fashion, launched her own sunglasses brand in 2021, and built a name as a model and influencer. But her journey wasn't untouched by darkness. In 2018, she survived a terrifying home invasion, escaping through a window as intruders stormed her home. Instead of breaking her, it made her stronger. Today, Elisa speaks openly about mental health, family, and resilience, proving she's far more than Magic's daughter. These women didn't just inherit famous names, they inherited pressure, pain, possibility, and each one chose to write her own story. Cheryl Ford. If we're talking dominance, this one's non-negotiable. Born June 6, 1981, Cheryl Ford is the daughter of Hall of Famer Karl Malone, but she was raised without him. She didn't even know who her father was until she was 8. No guidance, no shortcuts, just grit. At Louisiana Tech, she went nuclear. In 2003, she became the first daughter of an active NBA player drafted into the WNBA, third overall to the Detroit Shock. What followed was legendary. 3 championships, Rookie of the Year, 4 All-Star selections, and the most feared rebounding game in the league. Now 44, Cheryl Ford stands as one of the WNBA's most overlooked greats. Proof that greatness doesn't need permission, it just needs hunger. Tamika Catchings. Now, put some real respect on this name. Born July 21, 1979, Tamika is the daughter of former NBA player Harvey Catchings. But her biggest battle wasn't legacy, it was silence. Born with severe hearing loss, she spent her childhood in speech therapy and hearing aids. She turned that struggle into fuel. At Tennessee, she led an undefeated national championship run. In the WNBA, she built a resume that sounds fake. A title, 10 All-Star selections, 5 Defensive Player of the Year awards, 4 Olympic gold medals. In 2020, she was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Today, she runs the Indiana Fever and empowers youth through her foundation. Obstacles didn't slow her down, they sharpened her. Lexi Brown. Legacy pressure? She knows it well. Born October 27, 1994, Lexi Brown is Dee Brown's daughter, but she's never lived off the dunk contest. After standout college runs at Duke and Maryland, she was drafted 9th overall in 2018. Her WNBA journey hasn't been smooth. Multiple teams, constant proving. Then came Crohn's disease, sidelining her during critical seasons. Still, she kept firing. A 2021 championship, one of the league's deadliest shooters. Now, 31 with the LA Sparks, Lexi speaks openly about health, hype, and the weight of being labeled a Nepo baby. Her message is clear: respect the work. Kalani Brown. Let's clear the record. Born March 21, 1997, Kalani Brown is the daughter of NBA champion P.J. Brown, not Dee Brown. Raised in an athletic household, she stood 6'7" and played like it. After dominating at Baylor and winning a national championship, she was drafted 7th overall in 2019. Since then, she's won a WNBA title and built a reputation for power, presence, and personality. Now with the Phoenix Mercury, Kalani shows you can be dominant and glamorous, lashes, nails, tunnel fits, and still be a dog on the court. Zaya Wade. Few journeys have moved the culture like this one. Born May 29, 2007, Zaya Wade grew up in Miami with a loving, blended family. At 12 years old, she came out as transgender with full support from her father, Dwayne Wade, and Gabrielle Union. In 2023, her name and gender were legally affirmed. The moment changed her life and inspired millions. Amid backlash and political noise, Zaya stood tall. Now 18, she's walking Paris Fashion Week, leading campaigns, and advocating for trans youth with a confidence beyond her years. Her story isn't about controversy, it's about courage. Zuri James. At 11 years old, she's already a brand. Born October 22, 2014, Zuri James is LeBron's youngest and his only daughter. While her dad dominates the NBA, Zuri runs the internet. Her YouTube channel boasts hundreds of thousands of subscribers. She bakes, vlogs, trains, and steals every spotlight she walks into. And she's athletic too. Volleyball, football, dance, natural talent everywhere. LeBron calls being a girl dad one of his greatest joys. Watching Zuri grow? That's the real win. Sophia Pippen. Born into NBA royalty, but carving her own lane. Born December 26, 2008, Sophia Pippen is Scottie Pippen's youngest daughter. Growing up in the public eye wasn't easy, especially through her parents' very public divorce. At just 9 years old, she competed on Dancing with the Stars Juniors. Since then, she's built a modeling career balancing school, TV appearances, and social media success. Now 17, living with her father in LA, Sophia is learning how to turn a famous name into real opportunity. Mira O'Neill, Shaq's daughter and a force in her own right. Born May 1st, 2006, Mira O'Neill stands 6'4" with serious game. A McDonald's All-American, she chose the University of Florida over LSU, her father's alma mater. That decision said everything: independence, confidence, vision. Now a Florida Gator, she's flashing pro-level scoring and rebounding. The future? WNBA conversations are already starting. Amira O'Neill, quiet strength, same bloodline. Born November 13th, 2001, Amira followed the basketball path too, playing at LSU before transferring to Texas Southern. After college, she stepped away from competition to explore coaching and business. She keeps a lower profile but stays grounded in family, legacy, and growth. Proof that not every journey needs the spotlight to matter. Tahira O'Neill. Not every legacy is built on a basketball court. Born July 18, 1996, Tahira is Shaquille O'Neal's eldest daughter and easily his most low-key. Raised in Houston, she chose education over athletics, graduating magna cum laude in 2019 with degrees in sociology and politics. Now 29, Tahira works in corporate communications at PepsiCo, far from arenas and highlight reels. But in 2025, she stepped into impact, joining the board of the Shaquille O'Neal Foundation and helping lead a $24 million youth complex project in Las Vegas. Quiet moves, real change. Sometimes legacy is built in silence. Seidel Curry Lee. Growing up Curry means greatness everywhere, but Seidel chose her own lane. Born October 20th, 1994, Seidel is Steph and Seth Curry's sister. Instead of basketball, she dominated volleyball, earning all conference honors at Elon University. Now 31, Seidel is a podcaster, influencer, and mother of 3 with NBA guard Damian Lee. She speaks openly about infertility, IVF, mental health, and motherhood, keeping it raw when life doesn't go as planned. Her honesty hits because it's real. No filters, just lifing. Isela Arenas. The game stayed in the family. Born December 24th, 2005, Isela Arenas is Gilbert Arenas' daughter, and she can flat out shoot. A standout at Sierra Canyon, she shattered freshman scoring records before committing to Louisville. After a season there, she transferred to Kansas State in 2025, continuing to refine her game. Now 20, Isela is still writing her story, but the scoring touch that made her father famous? That part clearly passed down. McKinley Randolph. Zebo Energy, next generation. Born around 2006, McKinley is the daughter of former NBA All-Star Zach Randolph. Raised in LA and developed at Sierra Canyon, she became a 5-star recruit, known for toughness, rebounding, and grit. Ranked top 25 in her class, she committed to Louisville, trained with Kobe Bryant, and competed with USA Basketball. Now a sophomore, she's built for March. Same mentality, same hunger. She really got that dog in her. Riley Curry. And finally, the moment that started it all. Born July 19th, 2012, Riley became famous before she could spell famous, stealing NBA Finals press conferences at just 2 years old. The internet fell in love instantly. Now, 13, Riley is growing into her own. Acting, music, fashion. Still charming, still confident, still unmistakably a Curry. Raised in a tight-knit family alongside her siblings, Riley is navigating fame with grace, turning viral childhood moments into the foundation of a future that's still wide open. These daughters didn't just inherit famous names. They inherited expectations, platforms, pressure. And each one chose a different way to rise.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.